Okay, welcome back. I hope you managed to write a little word problem. Didn't have to be super tricky. I just want to check to see what you can do at that moment. All right, so let's do a little recap or brainstorm on what words tell us when we're going to add or subtract when we're doing these word problems. All right, so let's look at the first one. Oops, no, I think the first one is more. You think when more is in a word problem, are we usually going to add or subtract? Okay. Altogether, does that mean add or subtract? Difference? Fewer? Less? And total? Okay, now we're looking at these because generally when these words are in a word problem, they already give you a hint that you're going to add and subtract. But be careful, they don't always mean you're going to add or subtract, especially when we have the word more. That one can be a bit trickier. Okay, so I'm gonna introduce this word kind of strategy to help you remember how to solve word problems. And it's called rucksack. All right? Not how the word rucksack is actually spelled, but this is just to help you remember. All right, so the R stands for read. Let's take a look at that. The first thing you need to do is read the question. All right, this is when you're trying to solve a word problem. Read the question. And what is the important information? Is it important what kind of flower is being grown, or what car you're driving to school when in these word problems? No, generally not. All right, so you need to read it first and find the important information. All right, the U stands for understand. You need to understand what the question is asking. What do you need to find out? Do you need to find out how many cookies were left? Do you need to find out how many Pokemon cards Daniel has? All right. What are you finding out? All right, the C stands for choose. Choose the correct method of calculation. All right, this is where you're going to choose addition or subtraction. Also, it could be multiplication or division, but right now we're not looking at those, okay? So that's where those words come in handy. These words. All right, when you are choosing which operation, plus or minus, you're going to do. All right, next, once you do those three, you can solve the problem and make sure you follow the steps. So now you're going to use a strategy to solve the problem. If you choose addition, how are you going to do it? Column addition, using a number line, partitioning, okay? So there's different ways. That's when you decide how are you going to solve it. Then comes the A, which stands for answer. Answer the question. What were you meant to find out? All right, so that's where you write your question or your answer. How many cookies were left? 37. All right, you need to write the answer. And what is it? 37 cookies. It's not 37 flowers or 37 cupcakes. All right. Last but not least, something that I love and you guys don't so much. C stands for check your answer. All right. You can, once you get your answer, use the inverse operation. If you did addition, now put the numbers backwards and do subtraction. All right, you really need to check your answer. It's a shame if You make a little mistake, get the wrong answer because you didn't check it. All right? Now let's have a go together using rucksack. Amelie and Jenny planted sunflowers in the spring. At the end of summer, Amelie's flower was 256 centimeters. Jenny's flower was 193 centimeters. What is the difference between their flowers, or the height of their flowers? Okay, so I'll give you a minute to look at that. Read it again to yourself. Okay, so let's look at read. Did we read the question? Good. What's important? Is Amelie and Jenny planted sunflowers in the spring? Is that important information? Not really. What is important is that Amelie's flower is this tall and Jenny's flower is this tall. All right, now we need to understand what are we looking for? Okay, we want to find the difference between the flowers. Okay? What's the difference between those two flowers? All right, so we need to choose the correct method of calculation. Are we going to use addition or subtraction? Now, there is a word that gives it away. It's a good hint that we're going to use a certain calculation. What is that word? If you came up with difference, you are correct. What is the difference means we're going to subtract to find those two numbers. Now it's your turn to solve the problem. You know we need to do subtraction, so how are you going to do it? Well, one way is you can use what we've been working on. Okay, I'll see if I can go down to my whiteboard. We've got 256 take away 193. Now, does this look familiar? It should. It's our column subtraction. 6 take away 3. 3. 5 take away 9. Uh-oh, we can't do that. Cross out the 2. Make it a 1 because we're going to borrow. This becomes a 15. All right. 15 take away 9. 6. 1 take away 1. Nothing. Okay. Now we've solved it. Good. Answer the question. What were you meant to find out? All right, so we have an answer, but it just says 63. 63 what? Cupcakes? 63 sunflowers? What do you think? If you put 63 centimeters, you are correct. Yay! All right, now, last but not least, very important, check your work. Now, it says to use the inverse operation to check your work. So, how could we do that? We've got these three numbers. Okay, we know that this take away this is this. So, what could we do to check our answer? If this take away this equals this, then surely 193 plus 63 must equal 256. Let's give it a try. 3 plus 3 is 6. 9 plus 6 is what? Is 15. Put the 10's here. Carry the 1. So that's 100. 1 plus 1 is 2. Right? Now, did our this match this? They are the same. So we've checked our work and we are correct. Now, if you want, if you're still not feeling super comfortable with the column subtraction, you could find the difference between 256 and 193 by doing the good old number line. 193, 256. Okay, 193, jump to 200. How many is that? Plus 7. And now let's jump 200 to 256. I think we could do that. Plus how many? 56. 56 plus 7. 56 plus 4 is 60. Plus 3 more is 63. Look at that. Okay, same answer. All right. Now, I will leave this here. I'm going to leave you guys to choose hot, mild, hot, or spicy, some word problems, and take a look at following these steps. It's really helpful, and it helps you remember what to do and make sure that you don't forget something, which could, make you end up getting the wrong answer. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. I know this is a bit tricky to do on the video, but thanks for listening, guys, and I look forward to seeing your work. Bye.